in the air, go up strong, and maybe you can get that three-point play. Duck's fabulous with penetration,
He gets some
Mike.
air. I think we fail to realize. Look how high up he gets.
Well, Duck's got some great leg development. The calf muscles of that young man just absolutely fantastic. He's a great physical specimen, and he's just a great kid, too. We spent a lot of time with him the last couple of days and really enjoyed it.
Speaking of fine young men, Booker Coleman, who is at the line, we know that John Carroll of Duquesne is watching on satellite tonight. Booker talked about Duquesne being one of his potential places to attend college and play his college basketball. So hello to Coach Carroll, and hopefully you'll land this certain Division I prospect. Driving up with a nice layup, gets it to go.
Again, Prep beating off the dribble.
That's Demetrius Hunter, the brother of point guard Damian Hunter. Little riding the back.
Chester's been most successful, Mike, beating Cathedral Prep off the dribble. That's where most of their offense is coming. There was another example of how Chester is creating some problems for Prep at this point with their pressure.
14-13, Chester with the lead. Belak with the ball for the Ramblers off the Nice. 1:16 remaining in the first quarter. Live from the Hershey Park Arena, Belak again to inbound. Kenny Duck working against Evans. Now to Belak. Wow, what a play for Maltsby, who goes up for the jam.
Oh, boy. Wow. Maltsby, he's 5'9", folks. That guy who just threw down that two-handed dunk after the big block is 5 foot 9 inches tall.
But Belak answers with a three-pointer. How about that? 16-16. We're all tied, and this one's turning into a great one already. Booker with the turnover.
Big shot by Belak, Mike. The three-pointer after the momentum-turning block shot and the dunk. Just what Prep needed at that point.
20 seconds remaining first quarter. Chester working for a shot. The Ramblers matching up. Jed Ryan is on Evans. He brings it in to the paint and gets fouled.
Ryan gambled a lot defensively, Mike, and with so little time left on the clock, I don't know if that was the right thing to do. Penetration caused by Ryan's gambling up at the top of the key. There's a foul there on the shot, two-shot foul, so this will give Chester, they're not calling it on the shot. They're calling it he was passing. That's a break for the Ramblers now with 12 seconds left to go in the quarter.
The foul goes against Kenny Duck.
There's the block shot and the dunk coming back the other way again. 5 foot 9. Look at the leaping ability.
And Kenny Duck returns the favor.
A lot of ball by Kenny Duck. I don't know about that one. I think Maltsby's getting a big-time break.
He's going to the line with this one.
He had a little grin on his face as he walked to the line. I think he knew.
You know, in talking to Coach Lewis of Chester, he says none of his players are being recruited by Division I coaches. John Carroll may want to look closely at some of these talented young men.
Well, they've got some great athletes. They've only got one senior right now, Mike, that really gets a whole lot of playing time. So, in essence, when Coach says that, it's a little misleading because he doesn't have a lot of guys at this point that are ready to go to college next season.
8 seconds to go, 17-16 here in the first quarter. Keith Neese with the shot for three, gets it to go. And the Ramblers have the lead as the first quarter comes to an end. 19-17 your score. Stay with us. We're back with the second quarter after this.
PNC Bank has a strategy that'll help give you a financial edge. For openers, we recommend a prime or premium plan account. Get one, and you'll pay no monthly service charge for 3 months. And we'll add an interest rate bonus on CDs. Plus, no annual fee on a value-priced MasterCard or Visa. For better value across the board, the winning move is to PNC Bank.
I now Announcing a new home for Erie's best import values. It's Bianchi, Acura, and Suzuki, now located at 2315 West 12th Street. The Suzuki Sidekick 4x4 4-door. Perfect for Erie's winter driving. A great value, only $209 a month. The Acura Integra, Acura Vigor, and the ultimate in luxury, the Acura Legend. Erie's best import values, Bianchi, Acura, and Suzuki's, now at 2315 West 12th, Erie.
One quarter is in the books, and the Ramblers lead 19-17. We're set to start the second stanza. And the score, again, 19-17, BLAC to inbound to Kenny Duck.
Mike, I think the pace in the first quarter, although the Ramblers are still in very, very good shape, was a little quick. Right now, they're on pace to score 80 points, and Prep doesn't want to score that high.
As Chester comes back, makes the shot. Back out to Evans. And Carroll going to the basket, draws the foul.
I hate to belabor the point, but again, BLAC on the baseline, beat off the dribble. Cathedral Prep, watch it right here. BLAC beat off the dribble. You're in big trouble right now because now you got to get people coming down weak side and help. And when you have athletes like Chester has, bad things are going to happen if you're Cathedral Prep if you continue to get beaten off the dribble.
So Carroll is at the free throw line. He will shoot 2. 82% on the season from the free throw line. 19-18, the Ramblers ahead by 1. It goes, we're tied at 19. Is it tough for the Rambler team, although the coaches want the pace to be different? When you've got a team running up and down, I've got to believe that you get the urge to give them back what they're giving you.
Well, yeah, these kids are athletes. They're young. They want to play. They want to get out and run. They think they can do that. But when it's not your style, you got to stay away from it. And this is what this Chester team wants to do. Up and down, up and down, up and down. And it's to their benefit. They're starting to get some fouls. They've 16 fouls now in Cathedral Prep. They're going to even out that 1-and-1 advantage that we talked about in the early going. And as you see them breaking, that's what they need to do. A thought here, Cathedral Prep might consider getting into a zone defense at this point right now. It's going to slow the pace down a little bit. It's going to give Chester a different look to look at. It's going to avoid Prep continuously being beaten off the dribble. It might be a nice little change of pace right now.
He gets to go 20-19 as Damian Hunter checks back in for the Clippers. Carroll again at the free throw line. 20-19, Chester by 1. Now they're up by 2. He shoots 82% on the season from the free throw line, and it's shown here tonight. As you see the score, 21-19, Jed Ryan with the ball for Cathedral Prep. Ryan off to Nice.
They need to find the big man Booker. They haven't really found him much in the offensive sets.
And Nice heard you. He was trying. And Nice does draw the foul, as this foul will go against Devon Wade.
Good control inside by Nice. Got the ball up. Nice will be going to the line. Nice move here by Keith Neath. Spin move at the top of the key. Down the lane, and Nice gets it off to Coleman, but fouled in the process. And got to start knocking down these free throws.
That's Devon Wade's second foul of the night. Here with 6:56 remaining in the first half of play. Nice makes the first and can tie it up if he can connect on the back end. On the floor for the Ramblers, Belak, Ryan, Coleman, Nice, and Kenny Duck. And checking in for Cathedral Prep will be Keith Anthony, whose brother Kevin Anthony is on the bench despite suffering from illness. He's doing well. Unfortunately won't play tonight, but he is here to share in all the excitement of this state championship. Chester working it up the floor. Down to the baseline, the jumper in and out, no good. Booker Coleman goes up strong but can't hang on. Finally, Keith Anthony pulls it down. Jed Ryan now drives the baseline. And a call underneath.
Ryan with a nice job baseline. He creates the opportunity here. Ryan was looking for the goaltend here. Let's see. Ball still on the way up, Jed. Can't give you 2 points there. Obviously, might have been over the cylinder, but I don't think so. Good call by the officials. Coleman, however, working hard on the offensive glass, comes up in good shape, and he'll have a chance to give Prep the 2 points.
So Coleman once again going to the line for Cathedral Prep. We'll shoot 2 shots. We're tied at 21, 6:29 remaining first half. Coleman's first shot rolls and goes.
Mike, I think the goaltending call, especially in high school, is one of the hardest calls for officials to make. They don't see it a whole lot. You know, this is high school basketball, but what we've got to remember right now is we've got college officials working this basketball game, so they should have seen that an awful lot of times. That for that reason, you got to go with the officials and the call they make.
23-21, the Ramblers again the lead by 2, but Chester coming up quickly. Damian Hunter, the point guard for the Clippers. Now down to Carroll. Carroll brings it back out.
Prep's in his zone, Mike.
And Shaw, and it goes out of bounds. They've finally switched to the zone defense, you pointed out.
I got to get a better look at it next time down. It looked like a 1-2-2 or a 3-2, but they were definitely in some type of zone matchup.
6:09 to go first quarter. The Ramblers by 2. Kenny Duck working against Damian Hunter here in the first half of play. The Ramblers enjoying a 2-point lead. This has certainly been a great ball game for a Quad A state championship. Loose ball underneath. Ryan pulls it down. Nobody saw it.
3 seconds. That's a good call, too. They probably could have got either one of them. What Chester did there defensively, what they haven't been doing up to this point, is they got very good weak side help. Again, they fronted Booker Coleman down on the block. Coleman got the nice lob pass, but the help side came from the back, and Booker lost the basketball.
Nice pass. No good, and this team does not shoot well. They shoot often. And this one will fall for Maltsby. So far tonight, 9 turnovers have led to 10 Chester points as Keith Anthony gets the nice bucket. Ramblers again by 2.
You know, Chester doesn't get in an offensive set, Mike. It's impossible to tell what defense Cathedral Prep's in. It looks like they're in that zone. They've got to get back down the floor better. They're getting beat back down the floor on the press. This is turning into a running gun affair, Mike. Prep doesn't want this. They got a wide open shot here.
And the layup for Maltsby gives them the lead, 27-25, 4:50 remaining first half.
Got to slow this down. Have to slow this down and get into an offensive set. Cathedral Prep also might want to consider getting out of their full court pressure. I know Marcel Araby does not want to change his game because of what Chester is doing, but he might have to.
Jed Ryan gets fouled as he tries driving on the floor. This one will go against Maltsby.
Mike, this has just been a great basketball game up to this point. Here's the push. See Cathedral Prep getting beat back on the floor defensively after a made bucket. Just can't have that. You've got to turn and sprint back. Cathedral Prep wants to play that 2-2-1 pressure. It may be a little bit too much for them at this point. They may just have to get out of it and get back defensively.
Ryan shooting 1 and 1 so far tonight. He's 1 of 3 from the free throw line. He now gets his second free throw point of the ball game. 27-26. Chester with the lead. Jed Ryan looking to tie up the ball game. And if you saw our pregame show, Jed Ryan's sister Ainsley in a play at Mercyhurst Prep tonight, unable to be here, and he was bothering him even today at practice. He said he'll be thinking of her on the floor and hopefully bringing her home the gold medal.
Prep's been very impressive, I think, Mike, up to this point. They're playing this game with Chester. Chester, the best team in the state, at pushing the ball up and down the floor, and Prep's staying right with them.
And Keith Neath with his third foul of the ball game will go to the bench as Fomich checks in 4:25 to go in the second quarter, 27-26. Chester with the lead. Maltby is at the free throw line, and he will shoot 2.
Couple things, Mike. Cathedral Prep either has to get out of their full court pressure defense, or they've got to play that and really sprint back after Chester breaks the press. I think the Ramblers are capable of doing that, so they should give that press just a little bit more time and see if they can't sprint back after the press has been broken.
Kenny Duck drives into the lane, and he is fouled. Going to the basket. This foul will go against Shaw.
Good call. Reach in, duck again, penetration, beats the defense. Weak side help, too late, reach in, foul, 1-1.
I get the impression watching Kenny Duck that he likes this style.
Well, sure he does. Duck's a great athlete. Duck would fit right in with this basketball team. A couple of the Prep players would fit right in with this basketball team from Chester. They play a style that is conducive to some of the Ramblers, but Prep is most successful when the game is 55-50 in that type of range. Right now, we're a little bit ahead of that pace right now, so the Ramblers still, they want to slow it down. They want to stay in their basketball game.
So Kenny Duck looking to put the Ramblers within 1 point here in the second quarter of the game. Live from the Hershey Park Arena. This one doesn't go, and a nice rebound for Chester. Coming up with it was Shaw. He brings it up the floor himself. Now it's loose. They get it. Hunter can't get it to go, and Jed Ryan pulls it down. And the travel will go against Kenny Duck.
Duck palmed the basketball. I think he might have slipped a little bit on the floor, and that caused him to travel. It was a palming call, actually. Ramblers are in his zone. They're in a 1-3-1 half-court trap. This should help them out. Make Chester shoot jump shots. They don't look like they're a very good jump shooting team. They can stop the penetration. I really think that's a great move by Marcel Arabic.
Keith Anthony goes off the Duck, across the floor. Fomich to Ryan, inside the Booker, who goes up strong but doesn't get it to go. Now the outlet.
Charge.
Wow. And he will be called for the charge.
Kenny Duck has just got great quickness. Like, watch him get back. Let's see if he gets set. Yes, Duck is set. Great quickness. Jeez, I just can't tell you what an athlete you have to be to do what Kenny Duck just did right there. Watch him find a spot on the floor and get there. 2 feet are in position. That is just a fabulous basketball play by Kenny Duck.
Loose ball goes out of bounds here at the scorer's table. 3:12 to go in the second quarter, and we have a break in the action, so we'll take a break. The score 29-27, Chester with the lead. We'll be back with more after this.
At McQuillan and Gerard, we've just received a special factory allocation of Pontiac Transports, the best minivans available. And right now we have the largest selection of transports in the tri-state area. Each of these minivans comes equipped with front-wheel drive, V6, automatic, air, cruise, and 4-wheel anti-lock brakes. And it's dent and rust resistant. Plus, the 7-passenger modular seats are easily removed. The Pontiac Transport's got it all, and we've got them specially priced at McQuillan Old's Pontiac GMC truck.
Come on down to the Log Cabin Restaurant, located just 15 minutes south of Erie in Waterford. Our delicious daily specials, homemade soups and pies, all at family prices, are a pleasant alternative to the usual fast food. We're a family-owned and operated business, serving home-style breakfasts, lunches, and dinners since 1969. And our Sunday breakfast buffet is simply unbeatable. So bring your family to meet our family at the Log Cabin Restaurant in Waterford. We're on the way to where you're going.
We're back live once again at the Hershey Park Arena. I'm Mike Gallagher along with Brian Duffy, welcoming you back to this PIAA Quad A State Championship. The Cathedral Prep Ramblers looking to defend their state title With a pace like this, Duff, you said it while we were away at break, it's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough. They got to slow it down. I like what they're doing right now. They've gotten out of the man-to-man defense in the half court. They've gotten into the zone like we said we thought they should do at this point. They're also looking to get into their sets more. They got to use Booker Coleman. He's their bread and butter guy in a game like this. Pound it down into him. Right now they're in their Des Moines set. This is a set to use a little bit of the clock. They're out of it now into their motion offense. Here's the two-man game with Booker and Jed, and now Prep's in motion.
Anthony to Fomich. Fomich over the top to Ryan, who puts it up strong, and it falls, but no foul call.
That's what Cathedral Prep has to do. That was a clinic in basketball. Again, the Ramblers come down. They're in the zone. Looks again like it's a matchup type of zone, 2-3, 3-2 type of amoeba type of zone, forcing the jump shot, taking away the penetration.
Maltzby top of the key. They're looking for the open shot. Prep, nice job defensively. Forces the long range. Doesn't go, but they get the rebound. Damian Hunter fakes.
No way would I get out of the zone for the rest of the game if I'm Marcel Arabi. No way.
Kenny Duck pulls up to Fomich.
He knows a lot more than I do, though, so he just might do it.
Anthony back to Ryan. Ryan fakes. This time he goes with it. Nothing there. Kenny Duck loses control. Chester will get possession.
Jed forced that shot, Mike, a little bit, but I don't think it's a real bad thing. Jed needs to be involved in the offense. He forced things a little bit there. You don't want to see him do that, but he does have to get himself involved in the offense. And Mike, Cathedral Prep has now taken away the full court pressure defense. It's another thing we thought they should do. They're completely out of it, sitting back in his own defense. I think Marcel Arabi's coaching adjustments on the sideline are just perfect up to this point.
So the Clippers bring the ball up the floor. Damian Hunter, the point guard, running the offense, and Prep in the zone. Forcing them to shoot from outside, and this time it goes.
That's okay. Let's see if they continue to do it. And here's the big dunk. Wham! With the two hands.
Booker Coleman says hello, and how do you do with that one? We're tied at 31, 125 remaining until halftime, and the Ramblers answer right back. Off of Keith Anthony, it goes out of bounds.
Prep's going to push their zone up a little bit now. They're going to stay in the zone, but they're going to put some more pressure around the perimeter of the zone right now. Good move, I think. Continue to make Chester prove that they can hit the outside shot. They've only really hit the one on the last set. Make them hit a couple in a row, and here's Booker. Watch him throw it down. Wham.
You're famous for that wham, Duff, and I hope we see a few more from the Cathedral Prep Ramblers before this one's over. And we're tied at 31. Don't leave the set because it gets better as we go as Chester has the ball and drives and draws the foul.
Now see what happened there, Mike. We mentioned during the out of bounds that Cathedral Prep pushed their zone up. As soon as they pushed their zone up again, Chester got penetration. You might want to try it a couple more times and see what they can force, but I think the best thing at this point is to pack in that 2-3, pack in that 1-3-1, make them hit the jump shots. Anytime Prep pushes their defense out, Chester is having success off the dribble.
Minute 10 to go in the first half. Booker Coleman now with his third foul, which could become a problem.
Well, that's a huge problem. Book's got 3, is that what you said?
Yep.
Well, he might want to get him out of the basketball game with 1:10 left to go in the half. I'd get Book out. If he's got 3 fouls, they need to get him on the pine here for the last minute.
A minute 8 to go until halftime. 32-31. Chester leads by 1. The Ramblers with the ball in their dark uniforms. Chester in the white and the orange.
Let Book play offensively. Once the ball goes back to Chester and Prep's on defense, get Book out of the game.
Over the top to Booker nicely. Doesn't get it to fall. Gets his own rebound. This time it counts. And it's the Ramblers by 1. 34 seconds left in the second quarter.
Marcel Arabi just yelling out at Booker Coleman since he's not going to have time to get a substitute in for him. Don't foul, Booker. Chester looking for one shot here. Watch for some penetration. Pack in the zone. No penetration here.
Maltzby, they're working for a shot with 10 seconds to go. in the first half, driving the baseline, carries it with him, and gets it to fall. Time running out, 2 seconds. The clock runs out, and we are done with the first half. It's in the books, and Chester leads by 1. Stay with us. It's a great one live from the Hershey Park Arena. And Zimmerman was very crucial. So let's take a look at some of the first half action.
Booker Coleman, and that's been very successful all year. Booker not able to get the first opportunity, stays with it and gets the second opportunity. I think Prep has to do much more of that in the second half. Pound it into Booker, find a way to get Jet involved offensively.
So the third quarter of this championship matchup between the Cathedral Prep Ramblers and the Chester Clippers is set to begin. On the floor for Cathedral Prep, Keith Neese, Kenny Duck, Keith Anthony, Jed Ryan, and Booker Coleman. As Damian Hunter checks it in, and we see Prep coming out right off, and Maltzby is also out there, along with the man who gets it underneath was Ray Carroll. Ray Carroll loses control. And back off outside is Shaw. Now Maltzby brings it out.
Prep's in the 2-3.
Carroll goes up strong, and a rebound for Jed Ryan. Is he going to move Ryan underneath?
Well, the two guards out top in the 2-3 are going to be Neese and Duck. They're going to their Clemson set right now. In Clemson, what they're looking to do is run Jed Ryan off a baseline double screen. Here it comes right there. There's Duck and Booker with the double screen. Ryan with penetration. I think that's a great move by Marcel Araby right off the top. I think, oh boy, they called a charge. Tough call. Tough call for Jed, but good move, I think, by Marcel. You'll see the double screen off their Clemson set. Ryan with the basketball looks to go baseline. Oh, no way.
Oh, no.
No way, not even close. Preps again in the 2-3. They've got it pushed out a little bit too far, though, I think. Let's see. They're in the 2-3. I think they need to pack it. See, there's the penetration.
The ball loose, and the sophomore center goes up for it, doesn't get it. But finally pulling it down is Carroll, and now the rebound goes to Cathedral Prep. Jed Ryan off to Kenny Duck. Duck with a nice move. Tries dishing to Booker Coleman, a little bit sloppy in it. Turnover to Chester. Pulling up for the shot, and no good is Maltzby, and Keith Anthony has it for Cathedral Prep. Neese with the ball, trying to set up the offense for the Cathedral Prep Ramblers. Now goes to Keith Anthony. Down to the baseline to Ryan. No foul call there. Ryan for 3. Doesn't go, but Booker is there to tip it in. Counted as 2. The Ramblers up by 1, 35-34.
They're doing what we thought they'd do, Mike. They're looking to get Jed more involved offensively. Now let's watch the defensive set. Prep again in the 2-3, trying to force jump shots.
Baseline jumper is there for Ray Carroll. He likes that baseline.
When they can shoot off the dribble, they're very successful. If they've got to stand still and shoot, they're unsuccessful.
And Damian Hunter will be called for the blocking foul.
Neese goes behind the back, and Hunter sticks out the knee. It's not a question right there of whether you're set or not. Hunter stuck out the knee and tripped Neese.
So far in this ball game, the lead has changed hands 12 different times, and right now it's Chester with the lead at 36-35. Neese over the top to Coleman for the slam.
No weak side help. They fronted him again and didn't get any weak side help. They're inconsistent defensively. They're inconsistent offensively, but they've got great basketball players, and that's how they're staying.
Maybe the words of Marcel Araby say it best. They work with no rhyme or reason, but the three-pointer for Damian Hunter counts nonetheless, and it's 39-37. Chester with the lead.
Well, it's obvious when Prep is in the zone, there's one guy they're going to have to watch for from the outside, and that's Damian Hunter. He's got a real nice-looking jump shot. So now that's the defense they need to be in the zone, but they've got to zero in on the shooter, and that's Hunter.
Kenny Duck working against Maltzby. Now out to Keith Neese, who goes one-on-one with Damian Hunter.
Remember to keep your eye, too, on Booker Coleman. He's got 3 fouls. Watch him, especially at the defensive end of the zone. They're trying to hide him a little bit in the center of the floor.
This foul will go against Shaw of Chester. Jamar Shaw with the foul at 4:30 in the third. It's 39-37. The Clippers with the lead.
Here's Booker inside. Now watch. See, no weak side help. No one comes and gives any help. If you're going to front somebody, you better get somebody on the weak side, especially when you're lobbing it into a guy like Booker Coleman.
Evans comes into the game for Damian Hunter. And we've got a over and back. And that will turn it over.
Little lapse in concentration there by Kenny Duck. Needs to know where he is on the floor at all times. The best way to do that when you're taking the ball inbounds from near the half-court line is to get in the backcourt and catch the ball. That's not a backcourt violation.
And they'll give it to Chester. Ryan went after it. Marcel Araby wasn't happy with the call. 39-37, the Clippers with the lead. 4:12 remaining third quarter. The shot from Carroll is in. They're up by 4.
Well, Chester's doing something we didn't think they could do. They're knocking down their jump shots the last couple times down the floor.
Ryan is fouled.
This is a good basketball team, this Chester team, Mike. I didn't think they had the ability to knock down the jumpers. They're proving me wrong up to this point, but I think Prep's got to stay in that zone defense. And here you see the foul on Ryan from the backside. Neese looking to get Ryan involved offensively, and Chet gets mugged from the backside.
Keith Anthony will inbound to Keith Neese. Duck getting pressured by Evans. Duck loses control, and Cathedral Prep will retain possession as Pinder is called, the one who knocked it out of bounds. Anthony brings it into Jed Ryan. Ryan drives nicely, but it doesn't go. Gets his own rebound, and this time is fouled going up.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah. That's good by Jed. That's what they need him to do.
And if you're going to get fouled and give somebody a foul and go to the free throw line, we'll take it. And Ryan will go to the free throw line and shoot 2 for Cathedral Prep.
He's a little rusty. He hasn't had enough shots. Jed Ryan needs to have more shots than he's getting, but he is not forcing things. He forced the issue one time in the first half, and you haven't seen him force it up to this point. That's a sign of a mature, intelligent basketball player, and not forcing it offensively.
He makes the free throw there, but Duff, we look back to last year's state championship game, second half, Ryan took matters into his own hands literally and was a key reason they got the first state title last year.
That's the type of player he is.
And we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take a break. 41-39. Chester with the lead. Stay with us. We're back after this. Chester with the lead. This is the main event here from the Hershey Park Arena, and it's a great one. The Ramblers are battling.
They're triple teaming defensively. They just triple team Kenny Duck at the half-court line.
Nice job by Kenny Duck. Goes up and gets the layup. Boy, he's talented.
Got to stop the dribble.
And Jed Ryan will be called with the foul. That's his second.
Foul number 32, Jed Ryan. His second personal.
This is a tough call for Coach Araby. As you see Duck offensively, great move. Real tough call for Coach Marcel Araby defensively on what you want to get in. Right now he's struggling a little bit trying to find something that's going to work against this team. Boy, I tell you, they're very, very good. They're everything they were advertised to be. I didn't think they'd shoot this well, though, and I don't think Coach Araby expected them to shoot the basketball from the perimeter as well as they have.
Duff, is Prep surprising you at how well they're handling this pace? I mean, they're with them stride for stride.
Well, I don't think the pace right now is really a problem. The pace is slowed down considerably, Mike. I really think up to this point.
I'm thinking about you every day. Got me feeling.
We're back, 51-50. The score here at the Hershey Park Arena. Chester with the ball. The Ramblers with the lead by 1. Shaw with it, works into the paint. Underneath, going up strong is Hamler, but it doesn't go. It's out of bounds.
It's like a hockey game with a power play. Chester on the power play here in the last a minute. Prep can't get the puck out of their own zone.
Speaking of power play, Chester with 12 men played in this game. The Ramblers with only 7, so a couple of man advantage, at least in playing time.
I can't believe it. The officials are making good calls. This is just unbelievable. We've got to force a face-off here or something.
Icing. We're on ice, by the way, here at the Hershey Park Arena. There is plywood separating us from the ice of the Hershey Bears. And Chester driving into the lane. Shaw gets it out to Hunter. Comes back underneath, and finally Booker Coleman pulls it down.
Prep just played defense for a minute and 20 seconds and didn't give up a basket.
6:35 to go in this game. 51-50. The Ramblers with the lead. Ryan nicely to the bucket. It doesn't go. He'll shoot 2.
Ryan and Coleman down the stretch here at the end. Go to your money men, the state championship game. You see Ryan going to the basket. Will use the spin move, uses his forearm to keep the defense away. The help comes a little bit too late. Kenny Duck penetration. Jed Ryan jump shots, going to the basket. Booker Coleman posted up on the offensive end. That's what you need for the next 6 minutes and 31 seconds if you're going to be a state champion.
There you see Marcel Araby, Prep's head coach, who has done a fantastic job with this Cathedral Prep team as Ryan hits from the free throw line.
Mike, you mentioned they've played 12 players. Chester is rotating people in and out of the basketball game. Prep pretty much stayed with just 7 guys up to this point. You got to wonder if fatigue will set in for the Ramblers. Chester may be a bit more fresh, but Marcel Araby has gone with his core group of 7-8 guys all the way in the playoffs, so you think they may be used to the type of pressure and type of pace that they've been playing in this one.
Hit hard underneath, and they'll call Keith Anthony. No, Keith Neese, I believe. They will call it against Keith Neese.
Well, watch Anthony. This is a little bit scary. The penetration here, Anthony not really paying any attention. His head is down. He actually tripped before the defense got to him. Here you can see it right here. Watch Anthony down there. Doesn't even see it coming.
And that is the 4th foul for Keith Neese.
So we've got some foul trouble creeping in. Booker with 3, Neese with 4, and Anthony with 4.
53-50. We've played more than 3 quarters. This is the largest lead of the game for the Ramblers at 3 points. This is what a state championship's supposed to be, and you're seeing it here on TV 24.
If that's on Duck, that's 4-2. So,
wow.
That's going to hurt you defensively. That's 4 on Duck. So what do we got? 4 on Neese, 4 on Duck, 4 on Anthony, 3 on Booker. That's going to hurt you defensively down the stretch. You can't play aggressive defense like Prep wants to play when your 3 guards, or 2 of your guards and your small forward have 4 fouls.
And we go back to playing 7 men as opposed to playing 12 when you're playing the type of style that Chester plays. Duck fakes, puts up the shot, doesn't go. A rebound for Chester.
Can he force that just a little bit?
Oh. And this one falls. Evans gets it to go. 53-52. The Ramblers now lead by just 1. Jed Bryan working against Carroll. Now it's to Kenny Duck. Into Ryan, who drives the paint. Foul.
Mike, it wouldn't surprise me to see Coach Araby, although he may not want to at this point in the basketball game, go back to the zone defensively with the foul trouble he's got. You see the help coming again, and Ryan gets his arm just about ripped off. But when you've got foul trouble and when you're getting beat on the penetration, you might want to think about going back to the zone. The switch back to the man-to-man, I think helped a little bit. Just the change of look slowed Chester's offense down a little bit. Maybe give him another change now when you're looking at some foul trouble.
Jed Ryan tonight up 8 of 12 from the free throw line, looking to make it 9 as the score reads 54-52 Prep.
Well, good players find some way to get their points, and tonight Jed's doing it at the free throw line. He's using his penetration game tonight and getting fouled and knocking down the free throws. Still in the man-to-man Prep.
turnaround up and off the glass for Pinder. And Chester almost steals the ball back again. We're at 55-54. Kenny Duck goes over to Keith Anthony. Goes to Ryan, out the knees. He shoots and hits from 3.
That's great basketball. Penetration and dish, and Nice has hit that shot throughout the playoffs. That's just great basketball.
Driving nicely is Ray Carroll. 58-56, 4:51 remaining in the game. The Ramblers up by 2.
This is just a great pass. If you don't like this basketball game, you're dead. Call the corner.
Loose on the floor.
Someone stopped the ball.
And a rebound for the Ramblers. Jed Ryan comes up with it. Off to Kenny Duck. Ahead to Booker Coleman. And a blocking foul will go against Chester.
I give all 10 basketball players on the floor great credit. Just John Trocchi, Raymond Carroll not there in time. Coleman will go to the line. He'll shoot the 1-and-1. Both teams in the 1-and-1. 4:27 left in this one. Both teams will shoot the 1-and-1 throughout the remainder of the game.
Coleman's first goes 59-56. Ramblers back up by 3. He's 11 of 12 from the free throw line tonight. That's the mark of a Division I player.
Before the game, we said there could be a parade to the free throw line by the Ramblers, and it has happened, and the Ramblers have knocked down their free throws, and that's why they're in the basketball game. And good move here. Craig Fomich in. Keith Nice is going to take a seat.
And there you see Booker Coleman's mother and father in attendance here at the Hershey Park Arena, and they have reason to be proud of this young man. After all he has accomplished in his career at Prep, and is trying to do everything in his power to give them a repeat performance here at Hershey. The drive and the shot and a foul call underneath. And it is going against Keith Anthony. That will be his 5th foul of the ball game.
Anthony or Fomich? Who'd they get?
I believe Anthony.
Yeah, it is on Anthony. Fomich got beat off the dribble. Help comes too late. How many times have we said that tonight? There's the penetration, beaten off the dribble. Anthony's just sort of fallen out of the way. Well, that must have only been his 4th, because he's still in the basketball game.
Keith Nice checks back in.
Hey, Donnie Plyler, our stat guy, he's tough. He's giving people fouls. He's giving people turnovers. Well, everybody on press row had Anthony with 4 fouls. So.
Everybody except the official score, and we'll take it. 60-58 is the score. Ramblers with the lead and the ball.
There's that trapping press. Prep reads it well. Get the ball in the middle of the floor.
Jed Ryan can't get it to go.
Ryan on the foul there. Missed his shot, kept it a little short. You see Ryan trying to go baseline. Puts it up, short arms it just a little bit. Doesn't continue his follow through, so he gets the bottom of the rim. And
his 3rd foul.
Let's see where they're calling the foul here. Ryan short arms the jumper, so he won't get it.
Over the back.
It's below. They're right there. They called over the back. Ryan got him with his left hand.
60-58 the score. Shaw's at the line. He'll shoot 1-and-1. First one goes. He'll shoot again. With a chance to tie up this state championship matchup with under 4 minutes remaining in the game.
You know, really both teams have done what they wanted to do. At times, Chester's been able to push the ball up and down the floor. Preps let them play their game. But at other times, the Ramblers have played their game and made Chester play that type of basketball game. So this is just 2 Quad A basketball teams, the best 2 teams in the state right now, pushing, shoving, scraping, clawing, doing everything in their power to win a game. And as the Prep players meet at half court, you know, there's 3 minutes and 51 seconds left in your season. Right now, you forget about the injuries. You forget about the fact that you're tired. You forget about the fact that you're probably bleeding from about 4 different places, and you just go out there and give it everything you have.
There's no tomorrow. There's 3:51 remaining in this game from the Hershey Park Arena. The Ramblers by 1. Kenny Duck at the line. He's 2 for 4 tonight from the free throw line. And a chance to put Prep back up And it doesn't happen as they lead by 1 at 60-59. And Chester with the ball.
Cripps stays man-to-man.
Evans brings it back up to Shaw. Shaw back to Evans. It's Damian Hunter into the paint, puts the shot up, no good. Booker Coleman with a nice rebound, looking for an outlet, and finds Keith Neese. Neese tries going long, Booker's there. And we have a travel call against Booker Coleman.
Well, they say he dragged his pivot foot. That's tough. Happened right in front of us.
When you're as big as Booker Coleman, how don't you drag your pivot foot? 60-59, the Ramblers by 1. Chester with the ball, 3:15 to go in the game. Evans working against Keith Neese. Backing off. Now Carroll pulls up, doesn't go. Booker Coleman with the rebound.
Get him off.
They were all over him, and he finally gets the call, and it will go against Shaw.
We go back to what we talked about in the first, before the game started, Mike. They're very handsy. You see the jumper won't go. Booker does a great job. Watch Booker keep the ball up in the air. Booker's going to get it back up in the air, keeps it high, makes everybody go up and try and get it. When guys start reaching for the basketball, they're going to get a lot of fouls. We'll take another look at it. Booker will bring it down a little, but knows enough to get it up in the air, gets his elbows out. Don't get your face too close to Booker Coleman when his elbows are out, or she'll take one right in the eye socket. The Preps missed the front end of their last 2 1-and-1s.
And we have a timeout on the floor. The Ramblers lead by 1. We're back.
Gerard commends prep up to $1,000 on the transport from the Pawnee Action Team.
And we're back at the Hershey Park Arena. 2:55 to go in the game. The Ramblers by 1. Chester with the ball.
Preps lost 4 points in the last about 35 seconds. They missed the front end of 2 1-and-1s. Kenny Duck and Booker Coleman. They've shot free throws well to this point. They need to continue to do it to win.
Shot no good. A fight for it. And it's loose, and finally coming up with it is Evans for Chester, and he puts it up and in, and they're back up by 1 at 61-60.
Uh-oh, turnover. See, they're doing a good job with their press. They're changing up quite a bit right now. They're going from man-to-man into the zone pressure. Preps got to recognize it right off the bat. They didn't recognize it that time, and Kenny Duck got caught in a trap situation, tried to throw a blind pass to Jed Ryan.
And the Ramblers have called for a timeout with the score 61-60. As we look at it again underneath at the turnover.
Now here comes the trap right now. Now Duck is throwing a blind pass across the court to Keith Anthony. Can't see him. It's a turnover. Like I mentioned, disguising your defense is one of the best things you can do, and changing up your defense is one of the best things you can do to confuse people. Give a lot of credit right now to Chester. They've done a fabulous job. Head coach Alonzo Lewis changing up his defenses, changing up his full court pressure, going from the man-to-man to the zone. And right now with 2:26 and a 1-point lead, he just got a huge turnover.
If you're Marcel Araby in that huddle, what are you telling him?
Well, keep your composure, number one. What I tell them is, hey, we were here last year in this situation, in a tight game down the stretch, and we came through. We can do it again. These guys are here for the first time with this group. So if I'm Marcel Araby, I say, let's stay with what we're doing. Let's look to pound the ball inside to Booker Coleman. Let's concentrate when we get to the free throw line. Let's recognize the zone or the man-to-man pressure that they're in.
There's 2:26 to go in this ball game, 61-60. The Clippers have the lead. They will inbound the ball in front of their own bench. Our program note again, a reminder coming up following tonight's game, you will see Cheers and Roseanne here on TV 24.
Now Chester spreading the floor here now. Are they going to try and run some of the clock off? They might. Watch out behind. There's someone wide open underneath the bucket. That was Jamar Shaw jumping up and down. It looks like Chester, the Clips are going to try and run some clock here.
With guys in foul trouble. Damian Hunter passes off. Nice block by Booker Coleman, and a great rebound by Jed Ryan.
Great timing, great athletic ability on the block shot.
The pass.
Had numbers. Neese had numbers. He had a 2-on-1 if he would have split the court with Booker Coleman.
And we have a call underneath. And
Booker was fouled. They were jockeying for position on the block and called with the elbow. Book's going to go to the line. Now they've missed the front end of their last 2 1-and-1s. This is their 3rd 1-and-1, and here's the block shot by Book. Great timing. Timing is everything when you're blocking shots. If you're small and you can jump, you can block shots if you've got good timing.
Booker 12 of 14 tonight from the free throw line. This one goes, and it's a big one. 61-61. We are tied. Minute 47 to go in the game. The Ramblers looking to take the lead by 1. If Booker can convert, he doesn't, but Ryan tries pulling it down. It doesn't go. We have a tie ball game with 1:43 to go. Damian Hunter dishes off baseline. The shot is up, and then it's back up by 2. Go the Clippers.
Damian Hunter is a basketball player. That guy just does it all. He's creating shots, making shots. He's doing it all for this team.
Keith Anthony back to Duck. The Ramblers trail by a basket as Duck takes the shot. It doesn't fall. Fighting for the rebound. Here comes the long pass. Maltby goes up and gets it to go. And it is now 65-61 with 1:10 to go.
Got to get a timeout. Got to get a timeout here and settle down.
Long pass to Booker Coleman. He goes up strong. And the Ramblers do take a timeout. They trail by a bucket. 58 seconds to go in this ball game. 65-63. Chester has the lead.
St. Vincent today isn't a place. St. Vincent is an idea. It's a system.
One more. There we go.
That is the significant difference. So that the hospital is still a place, but healthcare is everywhere. That makes the difference.
It's can cause that runny nose and sore throat and the cough.
We don't see our walls as the boundaries. We're responsible for the health of the community.
Chester will inbound. They have a 2-point lead, just 58 seconds remaining in the game, and now the Ramblers have to apply the pressure.
Well, no need to foul yet in this situation. What you want to try and do is force some kind of turnover, come with the pressure, turn up the heat a little bit, maybe look to trap. They're looking to trap right there. Quick foul.
And the foul will go against the Cathedral Prep Ramblers. Craig Fomich.
I don't think they were looking for the foul in that situation, although Fomich went at him pretty hard, looking to knock the ball away. They may want to take their chances putting them on the free throw line and see if they can knock down their free throws, but they did have some time to work. 56 seconds left. 65-63. You know, a big thing down the stretch, Mike. The team that's going to make their free throws from here on out just might win this basketball game.
And the guy they put at the line, Evans, is an 89% free throw shooter.
Well, that's about 9 out of 10. I'm not a math whiz. But
it's the wrong one to put there. 65-63 the score. 56 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. And this one goes. They're up by 3.
Right here, Jed Ryan maybe should have got the timeout here, but it works out well. Splits the defense. They'll get the bucket inside. Then Prep gets the quick timeout. Good decision by Ryan to not call the timeout in that situation.
The second end goes. Back up by 4. Are the Clippers. Ryan almost loses it. Brings it back out to Keith Anthony. Anthony has trouble. Gets it off the Duck. Duck nowhere to go with it. And we have a foul call against Kenny Duck. And that is his 5th personal foul. Well,
Duck got a little out of control. Kenny lost the dribble just a little bit coming down the floor. His quick quick as he can, trying to make something happen. That's going to hurt. You see Duck right here, just going a little bit too fast. Doesn't have anything to do with it. Gets up in the air before he makes the decision and loses the basketball game. 67-63, 45 seconds to go. Duck's going to sit down for the last time this season. Looks like the Ramblers are going to come with Nick Belak at this point.
But what a great year for Kenny Duck, the senior guard, who has just been a simply fantastic standout from District 10, the Metro League. But he leaves this state championship game, and he is obviously very upset.
A lot of time, Mike. A lot of time left to play in this basketball game. Right now, it's a 2-possession game. He makes 2 free throws. It's a 69-63 lead. That's still a 2-possession game with 2 3-pointers. Look at the 3-pointers out on the floor right now for Cathedral Prep. Ryan can shoot it. Fomich can shoot it. Belak can shoot it. And Neese can shoot it. The only guy out on the floor that's not going to shoot a 3 is Booker Coleman. So we got to wait and see what happens with the free throws before seeing what Cathedral Prep needs to do. Makes 2 at 69-63. That's 2 3-pointers, or that's 3 possessions with the 2-pointer. Still, maybe you don't have to look for the 3-pointer. May still be a little bit too early.
Hamler on the season, a 67% free throw shooter for the Clippers. And he misses it, and Booker Coleman gets the rebound. 41 seconds.
It's got to be in Booker's or Ryan's hands right now. Neese lets it fly. Let's see what happens.
I
think they rushed that shot a little bit. They didn't need that with 35 seconds to go in the game and down only 4 points. But give Neese a lot of credit for having the guts to take the shot. He's trying to do something to help his basketball team win the game. Just may have been a little bit rushed. They had time to get into a set and maybe find Booker or Chet.
So Ray Carroll goes to the free throw line with 33 seconds to go in the game. 67-63. Chester has the lead. Shooting 1 and 1. And it falls. 68-63.
Now you got to start thinking about looking for the 3. It's a 2-possession game. You're going to need at least 1 3 to keep it a 2-possession game. Prep's got to get some penetration and the dish out to one of their 3-point shooters.
And it is now 69-63. Chester with the lead, 33 seconds to go in the game.
Now, wait a minute. They stopped the clock, and nobody, they blew the buzzer. No one came in. That gives Chester time to set up their press. Penetration and dish for a 3.
Ryan takes it. Desperation. Doesn't go.
Jump ball.
21 seconds to go. 69-63.
There's still time here. It's still a 2-possession basketball game. They need to get it in. They need to get the ball inbounds and create some type of penetration and get the ball kicked back out for a 3-pointer.
Jed Ryan will inbound underneath his own basket. Goes outside. Fomich dishes.
Penetration.
Ryan.
3. That's a foul.
No foul call.
Well, he got a lot of ball, but Ryan's complaining about the foul there. Not going to get it.
Jed Ryan is upset, does not get the foul call. 69-63.
Here it is right here. Hard to tell. You see Ryan's right shooting hand go to the left a little bit. And it looks like he was fouled.
I tell you, this prep team...
That's tough to tell from that angle. Only Jed Ryan knows whether he was fouled or not.
Unfortunately, this is what they'll remember, but what a great run for the Cathedral Prep Ramblers to come back to Hershey, back-to-back years.
Now let's see what they do here. There's still 14 seconds left. If he misses the first, there's still an opportunity.
And he does. Ball is loose. There's a battle for it. Travel call. Give Prep the ball with 9 seconds to go.
It makes it tough now. 9 seconds. They need to get a 3 by the 4-second mark, the 3-second mark, and then foul right away. That doesn't help.
And Ryan drives. And it is over. 69-65. The Cathedral Prep Ramblers disappointed as Chester captures the Quad A state championship title. Their celebration is on. The Ramblers obviously disappointed, but you have to look past it to what a great year and what a great run for one of the best teams ever to come out of northwestern Pennsylvania.
Well, to get back to Hershey 2 years in a row, it's tough right now to look at it and think, well, you know, we lost the state championship game. That's a hard thing for you to have happen. But this team is very successful, and I'll tell you what, no shame whatsoever in losing to this basketball team. This is a talented Chester state championship team.
So there's your final, 69-65. We'll be back to see the teams get their trophies and their awards after this.
This is my lawn, and I love to work on it. I feed it. I keep track of its growth, its thickness. I know every inch of this lawn, and if there's a problem, I fix it. I give it the kind of care and attention you just can't count on from any lawn care company. I mean, this may not be my house, but it is my lawn.
We care and it shows.
Ken Lawn, we care and it shows.
I'm Francis V. Klecker. We at the Klecker Funeral Home have been serving Erie families for 3 generations. We have the largest facility in Erie County and a wide selection of burial or cremation plans to fit your needs. Our 4 licensed funeral directors have a commitment to helping families through a very difficult period in their lives. For a pre-arrangement consultation, call 454-0156. Klecker Funeral Home, continuing the tradition of caring for over 3 generations.
This past winter will certainly be remembered, and so will our 30 to 50% off inventory reduction sale. Asbury House of Furniture is clearing out over $100,000 of top quality furniture at savings from 30 to 50% off. Take advantage of no interest payments for a full 6 months or choose 90 days same as cash. If you're in the market for furniture, why settle for less when you can have the best?
From our house to your house, Asbury House.
Keep it a secret.
This is too good to keep to ourselves. For months, the Carriage House on West 26th Street has been Erie's best-kept secret in fine dining. The Carriage House offers a variety of classic dishes expertly prepared by Chef Raymond and elegantly served in their beautiful dining room. The Carriage House has delicious nightly food and drink specials in their lounge for the perfect relaxing post-work get-together. And the Carriage House is catering parties in their fully equipped banquet or meeting rooms. Call today for reservations and pepper yourself at the Carriage House, Erie's best-kept secret.
At the Hershey Park Arena, the final score here, Chester wins the state championship 69-65 over the Cathedral Prep Ramblers. Played their hearts out in this one, just wasn't meant to be. Chester, a team that can push the basketball up and down the floor right now. Chester, just a true state championship. We're going to go to Mike Gallagher and see if he can hear us now. Mike, are you picking us up?
Yeah, if you're picking me up there, Duff, it's been a disappointing run for the Cathedral Prep Ramblers here tonight, 69-65. You're watching them get their awards. District 10 Chairman Wally Blucas is out there with Marcel Araby presenting the state runner-up medals, as there you see Belak getting his, going right down the line to now Keith Neese. This team is obviously shaken up and disappointed as we watch them receive their awards, and it's so tough to look past all that has happened this year when you have this kind of disappointment. But I feel safe in saying that this was one of the greatest Quad A state championship games played here in quite some time. Both teams gave it their all. As you see Marcel Araby now presenting the medals to all the members of his staff, his assistant coaches, Jim Marnella is in line next to receive his medal. Headmaster Art Bergamasco, who I am sure is extremely proud of this team. We'll try and get a word with Marcel here after the presentations are made. Ron Sertz and Mike Sertz, his son, who was an instrumental part of this team. Mike, by the way, wanted us to make sure we say hello to his girlfriend Stephanie at Our Lady of Peace, and we told Mike we'd do that for him, and we did. And now the seniors will come forward, Duff, to receive the state championship trophy. And Marcel is very proud of this team, Duff. If you could just see the emotion in his face, I think he may feel more emotionally close to this team now that they have lost this game. It has drawn them together. And certainly, Duff, what a situation. And I would like to go talk to Marcel Araby, Duff, but the head of the PIAA has just told us we are not permitted to do interviews. How about that? A lot of class acts here in Hershey, but the PIAA is not one of them. We have been told we are not allowed to talk to the players. Mr. Cashman is standing by closely. Maybe we'll ask him in a minute why we can't, but he won't let us talk with them. And Marcel Araby is standing by, and Brian Duffy is now joining me at courtside. Duff, I know you're just walking out here. We've just been told by Brad Cashman we're not allowed to interview the players or the coaching staff, but you really got to be proud of this team.
Well, this is a great basketball team, and we're not permitted to do post-game interviews. I understand that's the PIAA rule, I guess, and we're sorry we can't bring that to you, but PIAA makes the decisions here. And sure, this is a fabulous basketball team that has a lot to be proud of, and they lost to a very good basketball team, and just a tough way for the season to end.
Yeah, we'll see as the trophies and awards now being presented to the team from Chester High School. And Chester is obviously very excited about their win. You can't take nothing away from that team. And Brad Cashman has just told Brian Duffy again. And let's see if we can get Mr. Cashman. Mr. Cashman, after the medals are presented, they will let us talk to them, and thank you, Mr. Cashman. You have to understand what we're dealing with here in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Some call it the PIAA, others like to call it a dictatorship. I won't echo my sentiments in any way, shape, or form. But all in all, the people here in Hershey have been very receptive to these teams. The folks at Hershey High School, where the Cathedral Prep Ramblers practiced, was certainly a great run for them. And a reminder, coming up following our coverage here at Hershey, we will have cheers followed by Roseanne. And we do want to say, too, Duff, this team is going to leave tomorrow morning sometime around 9 a.m. Expect them back in Erie, Pennsylvania between 3:30 and 4. And realistically, there should be a turnout to welcome this team home.
Well, let's hope a lot of people do show out, especially for the seniors on this basketball team. You look down the line at Booker Coleman and Kenny Duck and the other guys that have been such a big part of this program over the years. They've done a lot to put Erie on the basketball map locally and, of course, nationally. This is a team that's gone out and played teams that are competing at the national level, teams that are competing for not only state championships but for national championships. And they've done a lot for our town, Erie, Pennsylvania. They've done a lot for themselves, and they're going to have a lot of great memories on down the road.
And certainly they will have great memories, and with good reason. They're still passing out the championship trophy and the medals, and we will come back and try and get a word with Marcel Araby. But now this time out, the final score again, 69-65, Chester with the win.
For local accountability, greater value, more businesses are choosing Mita copiers from Hagen Business Machines. Locally owned and managed for more copier uptime, increased profits, more peace of mind. Mita has been making better copiers for nearly 60 years, and every Mita copier from Hagen Business Machines is backed by local, guaranteed service. Still the best from the best. Mita and Hagen Business Machines.
And we are back live here at the Hershey Park Arena. Head coach Marcel Araby is taking care of his team. He joins us live. Coach, I know you're disappointed, but my gosh, you've one of the greatest runs in Northwestern Pennsylvania history. You've got to be pleased with the way this team performed.
I'm extremely proud of these young men. They're disappointed right now, but how can you be disappointed when you got a group of young men like that to work with? Kids who just, they do everything humanly possible to make your job, a great one. Their families, they represent, Cathedral Prep, they represent Erie, and that's amazing. We travel the country, and all people talk about is, our kids, and I think we just represent Erie so well, and you got to love them.
Coach, let's look at the basketball game for a minute. This team is just awfully hard to defend. You went from the man-to-man, you went from the zone, you called off the full-court press. They just found a way to score offensively with just about anything you guys were trying.
Well, yeah, they can push it. They all run. They run. They're thoroughbreds, And, Coach Lewis, he does a great job with them, getting them in and out and that type of thing. So, we did the best that we could. We couldn't stop some penetration there, yet we were right there, a couple of free throws. We missed coming down the stretch. Could have, altered some things. But, that's the way the game's played, And to their credit, they deserved it tonight. They were the better team tonight.
Coach, before we let you go, finally, you're going to say goodbye to some very talented seniors.
Well, yeah, it's heartbreaking. I can, you look back and you talk about memories, and I can remember when, Booker and Kenny were both sophomores, and then Keith Anthony and all of them, Ryan Infield and Mickey Belak and they're just a wonderful group of kids, and I appreciate, their efforts, and I appreciate the time and the energy that the parents have put in, and this will be a special group. This is always going to be one that's going to, stay close to my heart.
We'll let you get to your team. We appreciate all you've done for our community, sir. Congratulations on a great year. Marcel Araby, the state runner-up tonight. For final comment.
Just a great basketball game. I'm glad we made the trip down here. I'm glad we're able to bring it to all the people in Erie. I hope they enjoyed the basketball game as much as we did. Wish we could have brought home a winner.
And that's going to do it for our coverage live from the Hershey Park Arena. Again, the final: Chester 69, Cathedral Prep 65. So long from Hershey. Welcome this team home tomorrow in Erie, Pennsylvania. This boys Quad A state championship game has been brought to you by PNC Bank, where performance counts, and by Francis V. Klecker Funeral Home, 3 generations of Cathedral Prep grads.
PNC Bank has a strategy that'll help give you a financial edge. For openers, we recommend a prime or premium plan account. Get one, and you'll pay no monthly service charge for 3 months. And we'll add an interest rate bonus on CDs. Plus, no annual fee on a value-priced MasterCard or Visa. For better value across...
No, it's harmless, really.